Hello again, everyone. It is time for another Jomar's Brews and Chews review. Today we went to Terrace in, I believe this is Harrison Township, just right outside of the St. Clair Metro Park on 16 Mile Road area. Actually, it's Metro Parkway, but
16. Oh, we're at Jefferson and Crocker, right?
right.
Corner of Jefferson and Crocker. So Terrace has been around since 1938. It's been around for a very, very long time. And we've never been here.
No, I was here once, actually a few times, but at least 20 years ago. And that was because I had friends who had a boat right in the marina next door. And so it's been quite a long time. The restaurant has definitely changed from the time I was here.
And I have never been here before. I've been down this Jefferson Strip a few times to a few different restaurants, but never here at Terrace. So it was recommended to us by some friends, and we've heard some really good reviews about it, so we decided to come in and check it out.
The decor is a little bit, for anybody who is familiar with Sinbad's in Detroit, it has a nautical theme with a lot of the wood and those like porthole type windows that you see on boats. I like the theme. I like the way it looks. The ambiance is great.
Yeah, it's just not a fancy restaurant, so don't expect a really glamorous restaurant. It's kind of more of an upscale type bar restaurant, and that's kind of the feel you get. It's kind of dark when you come in. I like the fact that they have 50 beers on tap. That was really nice. They have, they advertise that they're one of the biggest Macomb bars for the most taps.
Yes.
50 of them, so that was nice.
And you can get a flight of beers, which is nice. And we each did that. 4 beers, I believe, for $10, which is probably the normal price for that type of 4-ounce beer.
That was a decent price. So what beers did you get?
I got the salted caramel nitro. That was my favorite beer of the evening. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I wish I'd gotten more of it. It was, as advertised, salty, caramely. It was also very sweet, but and it wasn't surprisingly filling, which I enjoyed. I did get something called Oberon, not to be confused with Oberon.
It was the Aldi version of Oberon.
I did not particularly like this beer, although it was very high in alcohol content, which I think is good. No, it kind of wanted to be an IPA on steroids with a little bit of almost like a bourbon infusion, and for me, it just didn't work. I had the Coffee Barrel Stout, which was, again, it as advertised. It's a stout, which I like, and it has coffee flavors. You can't go wrong. It's wonderful. And then the last one I had, what was the last one I had? Oh, it was the hazelnut porter. Now, normally I would stay away from hazelnuts because I just think they're okay. They're not great. I still don't get the allure of Nutella, but this was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Not too hazelnutty, but you could definitely taste the nuttiness in it and the creaminess. It was a good beer.
I also had the coffee. Was the coffee vanilla porter?
Coffee barrel
ale.
Yes.
Had that one, and I also had the hazelnut porter. The hazelnut porter, I love hazelnut coffee. I'm not a fan of Nutella, but I love hazelnut coffee. I didn't feel the beer had too much hazelnut flavor, so it was good. It just had just a hint of nut. It was good. My other two, I had a strawberry saison, which was probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
It wasn't very IPA-ish, which was nice. It's a saison, so it should not be, but it was pretty good. And my last one was a black ale, which is a really nice beer because it's dark and it gives you that really dark feel, but it's really light too because it's considered to be an ale, not a porter.
I wouldn't know she didn't offer it to me. I didn't get to try it.
It's because it was my favorite. So we decided to try some different things for dinner and split a few things. My first complaint is they didn't bring bread. I like bread. There's no bread basket.
You're right.
A bread basket would have been nice. They brought little plates, but no basket of bread. So I expected bread since they brought us these little plates in the beginning, but
You're right. That I completely overlooked that.
Yeah.
We ordered a couple appetizers to start with. First, she said because of the appetizers we ordered, it was going to take a little bit of time. So she gave us each a bowl of coleslaw. I love coleslaw. This was good, not great, nothing special. I can't really rate the restaurant on the coleslaw. It was just okay.
Coleslaw for me is my least favorite of all the salads, and it was just mediocre. It needed some tang in it.
Yeah.
I like some tang in my
Some,
coleslaw.
yeah, and it's some tang and I think a little bit of salt
and some pepper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I happen to love coleslaw, but this was just okay. The next thing that came for us was a couple of our appetizers. Was the calamari, and let's back up. Jen ordered French onion soup, which came. Now, when I saw them leave it at the table, I automatically knew she was going to like it. It just looked phenomenal. It was coated in cheese like it should be, and it had
dripping down the sides as it should be, nice and toasty brown.
Yeah, I even took a fork and scraped along the side of it to get that cheese before she even got a taste of the soup.
Now, my only complaint about the soup was the cheese had melted down so far off the side of the crock that it touched the black napkin that it sat on, and it was a black paper napkin. So when you pulled the cheese up, it also pulled the black napkin up with it, so you kind of had to throw that part of the cheese away.
So,
a little disappointing.
Yeah, but if we have to complain that they put that much cheese on something,
they put so
that's
much cheese that it was
that's a good
dribbled
complaint.
into my napkin. But there was so much cheese on top. It had croutons in it, which I'm not usually a fan of, but these croutons were good. They weren't rye croutons, so it was the right kind of croutons in there. And the broth of the soup was very beefy and very oniony, so it had that nice full-bodied that you're looking for.
Like onions.
I mean, when we talked about the brewery the other day, that French onion soup was like dishwater. I don't know if we emphasized how gross that soup was. It was not good. But this soup, in comparison, it was stellar. It was really good.
The next thing they brought was appetizers, calamari, and it's not called Bang Bang shrimp. What was it called? It's Baja shrimp poppers.
Yeah.
It's essentially sautéed shrimp that's kind of like if you've ever had Bang Bang shrimp at Bonefish Grill, or the one that Bahama Breeze sells, which is similar to that. It's just shrimp in a spicy, almost mayonnaise-y type sauce. It's good. It just doesn't blow you away. We've had it 1,000 times, so we probably shouldn't have ordered it because it's rather pedestrian. Everybody does it. But for what it was tasty. So now the calamari, which is one of the things I like to judge restaurants on, along with their chicken wings. This calamari she explained to me, was the loin, because I was looking for the tentacle pieces. She said, no, these are the loin cut in strips. When it came out, it was lightly battered and fried, and it tasted like shrimp tempura to me. I thought it was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. I had Jen try it. She doesn't like calamari, but she said, yeah, it was all right. But let me tell you, the calamari kicked ass.
It was very good. I mean, it was very tender. There was no rubberiness to it.
No.
It was very good. It wasn't your typical, what is it, the pig intestine or pig anus calamari that you get in other restaurants.
So next up was our entree that we decided to split, and they actually split it for us, the 3-piece fish and chips. It was nice. Came out on 2 separate plates, 1 piece for her, 2 pieces for me, and the little basket of fries, which Jen loves those little baskets, and they brought us each a little thing of ketchup and a little thing of tartar sauce or remoulade. Now, the fish itself was great. Cooked perfectly. You know, it's one of those where you bite into it and the batter stays on. It doesn't just fall off. It was tender. It was tasty. It was really, really good.
Well, we should mention that there's 3 different kinds of fish and chips on the menu.
Right.
There's standard fish and chips, which they said the fish can be a little dry. Then they have a beer battered fish and chips, and then every day they have a craft beer fish and chips where they take a craft beer. And she recommended that one today was the Oberon, not the Uberon, the Oberon. Yes. Fish and chips, and that's what we got. And it was very flaky, very tender.
Good. Yes, it's a great fish. My only complaint about that was, I'm one of those weirdos that likes to have malt vinegar on my fish and chips. I really like it. And it's one of those things you just don't get very often. And they didn't put that out. I don't know whether they have it or whether it's something we should have asked for. But the fish was great. The fries, on the other hand, just okay. It's that type of battered fry, which
Yeah,
it I don't know. It seems like it detracts from the actual potato taste. Everybody knows a fry is best. It's just a potato. Don't dress it up more than that. Fry it till it's crispy and salted, and it's wonderful. But this is one of those things that looks like it's been fried a couple times, and
they were kind of lukewarm.
yeah,
You know, if they would have had a nice skin on fry here, the one that cries out for the malt vinegar, that would have made a perfect dish. But because they had the wonky fries,
yeah.
you know,
I mean,
a little
that was
disappointed.
yeah, that was it. Overall, we liked it.
Mm-hmm.
We will come back. We definitely will. They got lots of specials on there. Twin lobster tails.
Lobster tacos.
Lobster tacos. They have prime rib, and I mean, honestly, you come back if just for the beer menu is great. So it's a fun place. It looks like it's a very busy place. All kinds of people coming and going. Highly recommend
it's 6:30 on a Friday night, and the place is packed right now.
Yeah, and the place was packed when we got there at 5.
Well, and we'd be remiss not mentioning our waitress, who was really nice. Her name was Coco. She was really friendly and really nice, and made a lot of jokes, and really appreciated her. She was a good waitress.
Absolutely.
Always checking on you, making sure everything was okay. So service was top notch.
Yep. So overall, definitely coming back, and we'll try something new.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for
Signing off.
listening.